Across continents and centuries, humanity has been captivated by the enigmatic web of spiders, creatures small yet powerful, weaving tales of mystery and transformation. In West Africa, Anansi, the cunning spider god, uses his wits to outsmart gods and men. In ancient Greece, Arachne, a mortal weaver of unrivaled skill, defies the gods and faces a dire fate. But what threads connect these two figures? Today, let us journey through their stories, unravel their similarities, and see how these myths continue to weave through our imaginations. Let us begin in the lush lands of West Africa, where the air hums with life and the skies glow with fiery sunsets. In this vibrant world lived Anansi, a spider unlike any other. He was not merely a creature but a god, a trickster whose cleverness and charm made him both beloved and feared. Anansi's legacy lives on as a storyteller, the weaver of wisdom and fables passed down through generations. One day, Anansi's ambition took him to the celestial throne of Nyame, the sky god. Anansi, bold as ever, declared, "I wish to own all the stories of the world." Nyame chuckled, amused by the little spider's audacity, but saw an opportunity to test his cunning. "Very well, Anansi," he said. "But you must complete 3 tasks. Capture the hornet Moboro, the great python Onini, and the fierce leopard Osebo. Do this, and the stories shall be yours." Anansi approached Moboro, the hornet, carrying a calabash of water. Pretending it was raining, he suggested the hornet hide in the gourd for shelter. Once inside, Anansi sealed it tightly, his first task complete. Next came Onini, the python. Anansi cleverly argued with his wife about whether the python was longer than a stick. Hearing this, Onini offered to prove his size, stretching himself along the stick. The moment he did, Anansi tied him up, outsmarting him as well. Lastly, Anansi dug a deep pit to trap Osebo, the leopard. When Osebo fell in, Anansi offered to help him out, only to ensnare him in a net. With all 3 tasks complete, Anansi triumphantly returned to Nyame, who, true to his word, gave him dominion over all stories. From that day forward, Anansi became the first storyteller, spinning tales that taught wisdom and celebrated cunning, a legacy that endures to this day. Now, let us cross the seas to ancient Greece, a land of gods and mortals, where pride and artistry often clashed. Among the mortals was Arachne, a young woman whose hands wove wonders. Her tapestries were so breathtakingly detailed that they seemed alive, capturing the admiration and envy of all who saw them. But with great skill came great pride. One fateful day, Arachne declared, "Even Athena herself could not surpass my weaving." The goddess of wisdom and crafts, hearing this, descended from Olympus, disguised as an old woman. "Humble yourself, child," she warned. But Arachne scoffed. "If Athena believes herself superior, let her prove it." Revealing her divine form, Athena accepted the challenge. The two began their work, threads flying as their looms sang. Arachne wove scenes of the gods' flaws, Zeus's infidelities and the gods' capriciousness, rendered with such beauty and truth that even the onlookers were awestruck. Athena, meanwhile, crafted a tapestry of divine order and power, glorifying Olympus. When the contest ended, Athena could not fault Arachne's skill but was enraged by her audacity. In a fit of divine wrath, she destroyed Arachne's tapestry and cursed her. Arachne's body twisted, shrinking as her legs multiplied. She became the first spider, doomed to weave forever, a symbol of artistry, pride, and defiance. Anansi and Arachne, though separated by oceans and cultures, are bound by the threads of their stories. Both are masterful weavers. One of tales, the other of fabric. Both challenge authority in their own way. Anansi outwits the gods with cleverness, while Arachne defies them with her artistry. In both myths, the spider represents more than just a creature. For Anansi, it is a symbol of survival, intelligence, and creativity. For Arachne, it is a mark of transformation and the consequences of hubris. Anansi's stories teach us to value cunning and adaptability, while Arachne's tale warns against pride and defiance of divine power. Together, they weave a tapestry of lessons that still resonate today. These are the threads of Anansi and Arachne, 2 legendary figures spun from the fabric of myth. What lessons do you take from their stories? Are you inspired by Anansi's cleverness or warned by Arachne's fate? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this journey through mythology, remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more captivating tales.